to do a special thing in the world. We are a unique ethnic group that has a unique contribution to be made to the human family, and that we stand on that firmly in the House of Amen. We are not competing to be blacker than anybody else, but we show enough black in the House of Amen. We are sure enough African. And I invite you to come and experience the the level of saturation that the worship experience and development experience will be within the House of Amen in African culture. Authentic African culture and authentic African American culture, which we also embrace, which some nations also have some issues around. The black Christian worship experience in the church is part of our legacy, part of our tradition as a people. And we reject it to our own peril, to our own insanity, really. Because we've earned it by great pains. The freedom and the joy that happens within African American churches is something that our ancestors purchased with blood and sweat and tears and brilliance and intelligence and wisdom and calm and excitement and ecstasy and pain and death and life and birth. This is our heritage, our legacy, and we claim it, we own it, we love it, we embrace it, even while we seek to change it. So, I'm concerned about this notion, and I want to address it, but I also want to allow it to get us distracted from the issue at hand, which is to save the planet, to save ourselves, and to make a world, a new world for our children and our children's children. And so we just ain't tripping about who wants to be down with this, because we know what we're about. Now, we're not going out there looking for anybody, Dr. Jahi. We're not looking for anybody. We just know that the space that we're going to create is going to be so compelling that folk are going to want to come, of all groups. And so we already prepared to accept that participation as it contributes to the liberation of black people. We are interested in all resources possible for the liberation of black people, because there is nothing more sacred than the liberation of black people. Even for white people. There's nothing more necessary for the redeeming of this society in America and for the future of the country than the liberation of black people, even for white people, even for Mexican people, even for Asian people, even for Jewish people. It is necessary for the folks on the bottom to be free. It is necessary for the original sin of slavery to be corrected. It is necessary for this union to include all souls. And in the founding documents, we were excluded. And until we are included in a fundamentally empowered and independent way, this country will never be what it claims to have been at its inception. And so, we know that it's in the interest of all groups, and particularly white people, for them to be down with this, on whatever level we determine is useful, necessary, practical, and helpful. Now, we are essentially an extension of Minister Malcolm's awareness that he talks about in his biography, that it was a mistake to tell that white girl at Harvard that there was no room for her in the work. There's plenty of work to go around for everybody. There's plenty of dishes to be washed, there's plenty of floors to be swept, there's plenty of gardens to be tilled, there's plenty of children to be educated, there's plenty of businesses to develop, there's plenty of environments to clean, there's plenty of languages to learn, there's plenty of things to be done. There's plenty of things to be done, and we need everyone. Now, it is necessary for African people to be at the head of that, in the movement that's supposed to be healing us. So we are not saying this is not a black thing. But we are only saying that in black, all other colors find a place in existence, in the dominance of the darkness. So I hope that addresses your concerns, even if it does not bring you around in agreement. I want you to know that we've considered that carefully, because we owe a big debt to Dr. Jahi in terms of his research and analysis of the Word of Amen and how that relates to the possibilities of being reunited with our grandest traditions in African civilization. So I want to leave you with an invitation to come visit with us at one of our devotional discussion sessions that are going to be occurring each Sunday this month. And we will have additional study groups occurring later in the week on Thursdays, in which we will be reading the foundational texts of Black Christian Nationalism, the Black Messiah, and the book Black Christian Nationalism, New Directions for the Black Church. We will also be reading and studying the new biography of Minister Malcolm by Manning Marable, called The Reinvention of Malcolm X, or the subtitle says The Reinvention of Life. And so we are using that as opposed to Alex Haley's biography, because this book offers us more substance and understanding what this man means and how he's going to play a role within our ministry. And so these are exciting times. I think that this church will quickly become something relevant and known by many people. And so we're inviting you to come in early to get an early start, and so that you will be able to be part of something that's going to make history and is going to be a blessing to you, your community, and to the world. So again, my name is Nwalamu Kwabena Osei Nkrumah. I'm the Chief Evangelist with the House of Amen Evangelical Movement. We can be contacted at 404-587-2227. That's 404-587-2227. And then we can also be reached by email at futuremetroatl or future.metro.atl@gmail.com. That's future.metro.atl@gmail.com. So next time we speak, we'll have our blog up and running, and I'll be able to redirect you to that resource to learn more. But you can certainly find me on Facebook at this moment at with Kwabena Nkrumah as Kwabena and last name Nkromo. I enjoyed sharing with you what's in my heart and in my mind, and I hope that you found something useful and relevant. And I wish you and your family a blessed week. And hopefully I'll see you soon at one of our services. Amen.